Lincoln Mitchell. The disclaimer's on the board. Y'all pause the video, read the disclaimer. Let's get into it. Gaps. Let's talk about gaps. You have a lot of gaps. You got a CL gap right here that hasn't got filled yet. You have a gap right here on NQ that hasn't got filled. One on RTY has got filled. I really screwed up on this trade, man. I had a good entry on this trade. I only ended up getting $10 out of this trade, and I had that damn target. You also got, I don't think this one's been filled either, has it? Has it been filled yet? Nope. So, you got 1, 2, 3. Is ES been filled? No. So, you got 1, 2, 3. You got 4 gaps that haven't got filled. Now, let's talk about the dynamics of a gap. A gap is basically when the market opens up at a different price than when it closed at a specific time. It could be on a 5-minute, it could be on a daily, it could be on any time frame. You know, for me, I don't trade gaps because gaps to me are iffy, as my wife would say. They're iffy. I would love to take this one down and fill that gap, but that's not how I trade. It's just not my trading style. It's not. There's nothing wrong with trading gaps, people. I mean, I have a style that works very well for me, and I'm just going to stick to that style. You know, I like I said, I have no, my feelings with gaps are just neutral. They don't do anything to me. They don't make me, it does make me perk up and let me know that there is a gap somewhere that exists. But as far as me trading it or changing my style of trading, that doesn't work for me. I'm not gonna trade my, change my style of trading because of gap. But it is a warning. I do take gaps as a warning, especially if I'm trading against them. I look at them and say, okay, well, Lincoln, you have a gap here, so be careful on the targets going up. And that's just me. Like I said, I don't have no ill feelings. I think they're good if you know what you're doing with them, but my style works very well, so I won't be trading them. I have never traded it. Well, yeah, I have traded gap, but I haven't traded gaps in many moons. I haven't traded gaps so long, it's ridiculous. Another thing, I'm going to tell you something about gaps. And I think this is where a lot of people get burnt on, is they put too much money on gaps. Like this, for instance. This gap, all these gaps was on Sunday. Today's Tuesday, people. So you can imagine how many people got burnt. So that's 2 days worth of, going. I mean, even if you would have sold it here, you would have got a little bit of money, then here. But these drawbacks will kill you, man. They will kill you. Especially this drawback. This one right here just kept going away from. So you can imagine how many people jumped in this gap and swore it was going to fill. And we had a target on this one. And it just kept going up and up and up. And it came back and people would have got a little bit of money. But them drawbacks against them gaps, man, those things are killers, man. So I don't trade them because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with them. I just think my style works, and that's what I'm going to stick with. That's my personal opinion on those gaps, And another thing, a lot of people get to this notion that it has to fill now. It has to fill right now. YM got close yesterday. I'm almost certain it was YM. YM got close yesterday, and you know what? It turned around. Wrong answer. Right here. See that? Can you imagine how many people put money on to get 5 or 6 ticks for that? Or even get that one tick? Let's put it on the high. Let's put a line right there on the high. We're going to put a purple line on that high. And I can assure you, now look at this. You see how close that came to that gap, man? So that gap, we're going to put it here for some of y'all analytical people. The low was, you see it up there, the low, 25,607. That was the low. The high on this one is 20, so basically 5 ticks. So with that being said, can you imagine how many people put an ass load of money on this trade right here, thinking it's going to fill that gap, or even right here, and that thing swung right back up and started going right back up, people. That had to hurt. That cash, that had to hurt like hell. I don't trade gaps. They're just not my style of trading people. I think they're still good though, so I'm not going to take nothing away from them. I think if you know what you're doing, I think if you know what you're doing in trading in a lot of aspects, whether it's indicators, price action, I think if you just know what you're doing, you have a system that works for you. I just think that that's your best method. I mean, that's me. That's my personal opinion, but that's really why I don't trade gaps. Lincoln Mitchell.